Yes, welcome back to Champions. I believe right now it is the review table, if I recall correctly.
Yes, we swapped out the reaction table for this brand new review table. I'm joking, of course.
Okay, I was just about to add, well, that would explain why I came in and saw this new table. But anyway, and
I don't
why
know, they can't see what we see, so for all they know, it could be a new table.
yes, and that would explain why my mic was in a different place. Now I swapped it back. Anyway,
Yes.
yes, we are back with the reviews of the new season that launched yesterday.
It's finally back, everybody.
Yes, season 7 is here. We are looking forward to some hopefully interesting things down the road. Maybe not, but it's whatever the
I
writers
hope to
choose to
see
do.
more Discord.
Yes, but speaking of Discord, excuse me, he actually did a lot more, surprisingly, a lot more help than harm this time around in the first episode. Even though
He
he
was
was still
stirring up so much trouble for Twilight. It was
even
hilarious.
even though he was, being his usual troll self, he wound up doing a lot more good than harm this time around.
What do you mean being his usual troll self? I thought that was John Delancey's specialty.
Yes.
I'm
So,
sorry, John Delancey, don't hate me.
yes, John
I
Delancey
love
just being John Delancey. It's fine. But yes,
Oh,
there's some interesting stuff that happened in the first episode. Celestial Guidance, I believe, is what it was called. Um,
yes.
but yes, we had a very for those who watched it. There was a scene that happened where more backstory stuff was given, and yeah, I think we're both in agreement that we found that very overdue, but it was worth the wait in a way.
Yes.
So yes, yay for more backstory. Hopefully, we get
We
more.
just talk about the fact as well, Celestia's laugh.
Yes,
Oh my god.
Celestia was. I believe the word the kids are using nowadays is savage. She went full.
Savage.
Yeah, she went.
With the air horns. Play those air horns, everybody.
Yep. Her savagery towards her pupil, used very loosely now, pupil, was
Yes.
hilarious. Yes, that was very funny. Seeing her, a different
So
side of her.
sassy.
Yes, a very different side of her, but I liked it.
If I remember the line correctly, it was in the teaser, so it's not really a spoiler as such because it was in the teaser. So you have an overachieving student. Sounds familiar.
Wink.
He said spite. I mean, that little laugh and Twilight's just oblivious to it. Just like, that's why I had to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind the fact you've just burned me savagely. I'm going to continue.
She got burned twice.
Discord helped with that, too.
Yep.
This season is going to be known as Hate Twilight Season.
If they keep going at the way they're going after episode 1, maybe a little bit of 2, but mostly 1. Yeah, it'll be the
There
season
was
where
moments with 2, because Twilight was the one that started the song up.
yes.
And that's the reason they lost.
Yeah, which led to a pretty funny moment afterwards, where they poke
That
fun,
was best.
where they finally poke fun at the fact where they just spontaneously sing at random.
Yes, that was the best line ever from Starlight. If I know them, they'll be doing teamwork, and then they might randomly burst into a song.
Yep.
Oh, so you do notice these things. It's not just they're talking.
Mm-hmm.
They finally register the fact that ponies just randomly burst into songs at random.
Yep.
for no immediate reason.
Uh-huh.
Hey!
Suddenly that whole I wish I was in Equestria thing from the fandom is kind of, well, it comes at a price. You'll have to be known for spontaneously going out and singing when you
Yeah,
least
but one
expect
thing that
it.
you learned about unicorns really got you interested.
Yes, I'm very happy that they explained. Well, going apart from episode 1 now into episode 2, which I don't even remember the name of episode 2. Wow.
All
Um,
bottled up.
Thank you. All bottled up. Basically, I am very happy with what the writers did in this episode, where they once again went into more detail about how magic works in this universe. Some characters, like, we don't know how the unicorns or alicorns, for that matter, can use their magic, but here it appears that
We got an idea of it with baby Flurry Heart.
yeah, we got like a brief glimpse. Yeah, you're right. We got a brief glimpse of how it could be done with Flurry Heart. But I think that just qualifies as not just alicorns at that just beginning stage when they're just born. I think that goes for unicorns as well. It might. Um, but
We saw it as well with Twilight when she was like stressing out and everything, and then she
yeah.
just had that magical, like, original, just poof, magic everywhere, poof, 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 poof.
So yeah, it's
Going
definitely
Super Saiyan with the magic and stuff. I don't know.
right. So I guess right now it is officially confirmed that most, if not all, unicorns and alicorns could be using their magic through emotion. So whatever emotion they're going through, it will vary on what the spell actually does.
Which really opened your eyes to the fact of it, seeing as you're a unicorn and everything. Just sort of gives you an eye-opener of how your magic can work and everything now.
Mm-hmm.
It just means, everybody, watch out for Art with FDS. If he's annoyed, watch out, because his magic aura may be turning red.
Yep, pretty much.
Don't bottle up your emotions.
Yes, yes.
Starlight learned that the hard
Spoiler
way.
alert for those who haven't seen it. Yes.
Starlight learned that on the hard way.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that yes, the whole magic background stuff, more of the magic stuff. I love seeing more of that lore being placed into the episodes. I am hoping to see a lot more of that in future episodes.
I want to see Trixie develop more because she was such a... Sorry for the writers here, but she was so idiotic.
I found that side of Trixie very intriguing, actually, because it's the first time we've seen her be something completely different to what she's normally known for doing.
She had a little bit of success, and then suddenly she thinks she can do whatever she wants.
Yes.
Yes, you managed to turn something into a teacup.
Right.
But then it's like all the things afterwards, and she's just like, oh, the great and powerful Trixie can do whatever she wants.
I was holding back from making a Harry Potter joke at that moment. With transfiguration and all that. But...
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Yes, I was like half expecting the thing that happened in episode 2, the main focus, I guess, of it, finding this one thing. I expected that thing that they're searching for to be in a completely different location instead of where it turned out to be.
Yeah. But it was a very weird setup for those episodes, too. It wasn't a two-parter as such.
No, they actually broke the trend this time around, because normally the each season excuse me, each season of Friendship is Magic, even the finales, We are used to seeing them the yeah the
Two-parters.
two-parters in the finales and in the premieres. This time around, they broke the trend and actually went for just episode one and then episode two. So
Granted, they fed off the episode before, but it wasn't classed as Celestial Guidance Part 2.
exactly, it wasn't.
It
There
was a
wasn't
whole
like
different title.
exactly. There wasn't like any abbreviations for part one, part two. It was just a simple title, and that was it.
Example of this being Return of Harmony Part 1 and Return of Harmony Part 2.
Hmm.
Or Canterlot Wedding Part 1, Canterlot Wedding Part 2.
Which begs the question: will they do the same thing with the finale this time and just do one episode here and then another episode there, and then the season ends?
I want to know what's going to happen in the season ending, though, because from what's happened so far, it's been like the villains trigger something to happen. Like with Tirak, it was defeated him, and Twilight got the brand new toy that every boy and girl's going to want.
Right.
And then, of course, with the season 6 finale, which I'm sure everyone's already seen right now, with them reforming all the changelings, well, nearly all of them, Chrysalis isn't done yet, they've been recognized for it.
Yeah, the team that went out to save everyone in the last season 6 finale, was recognized for it because I was questioning, wait a minute, what ceremony? And of course it turned out to be, oh, it's the ceremony for that thing. Okay.
It's nice to finally be recognizing somebody else for like saving Equestria, if you will.
Yeah, that was a nice change actually. So
We're used to seeing the main 6 do it, but they were captured at the time, so it was nice to sort of see Starlight up the ante.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a lot of people who don't like her, but from her going to let's put it like this, the demonic leader she was, to taking charge and saving everybody, including 5 princesses. The prince, the rest of the main 6 elements of harmony,
And a baby.
and Spike, well, I classed as Flurry Heart in the princesses.
Right.
And then the previous Lord of Chaos, and her best friend.
Mm-hmm. All without magic. Using their own magic, that is.
It makes me laugh, though. Another thing Celestia says in episode 1. Everyone's used to just, instead of saying for God's sake, it's like, oh, Celestia's sake.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. That became a joke.
Celestia's sake, and Celestia points it out like, I didn't realize my name was used as a term.
As soon as I heard that, I'm like, really? Out of the 1,000+ years of ruling over the kingdom, you have never once stumbled.
I'm pretty sure she's heard, like, for equestrian, so all that stuff. I don't, like, her never hearing her own name being used as, like, a term.
Not once, apparently, has she heard her name.
We all know what they're saying is, like, the pony term of it is, like, oh, for God's sake.
Yes.
But they say, oh, Celestia's sake.
Mm-hmm. By Celestia's mane, or Celestia's name, or whatever have you. Yes.
The name of Celestia. All that fun stuff.
Yes. And not once, apparently, has she ever come across that.
Except for when Twilight says it, and it's just that one time. I didn't realize my name was used as a term.
Yes.
And she just seems so content about it.
Mm-hmm. She's fine with it. She's like, yeah, I'm cool with this.
Now, if it was Luna, I guarantee she would have been like, why don't they use my name?
Oh.
I'm just as regal as my sister.
Possibly more so.
yes, I turned evil and everything, but she could too, so why can't I have something like that?
Mm.
I couldn't really picture Cadence having one for Cadence' sake.
No, maybe not, but you never know with the
For the sake of Twilight.
mm,
I can understand why they do it with Celestia and everything, but it's just like you can just imagine the argument that Celestia and Luna have when they go home.
yep.
I want to see more bits like that, like they did in the 100th episode.
Right.
Sibling rivalry between the royal princesses.
Oh boy.
I need to see more of it.
Right.
I need to see more. It's the best thing ever.
I think Larson did mean to put more of the sibling rivalry between those two in episode 100, but for some reason the Hasbro and DHX would not allow it. I guess they thought
it would center off more the princesses more than background characters.
Right.
It's not a princess episode. It's about everyone in the background of everyone's life and everything is important too.
Yes.
Everyone in the background has an impact on your life.
Mm-hmm.
You may not notice it, but they are a part of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you see them out in the street or you talk to them for a brief second.
Yes.
They have touched a moment in your life, so
yep.
Take some time to notice them for their actions and stuff.
I guess so.
God, I'm going all regal about it all now. God.
It's fine.
Oh, God. Yeah, and as you've all probably noticed by now, before we haven't even mentioned this yet, Champion's not on the table at the moment as we're recording this.
No, Champion's not here. Neither is Alice, but we will figure out
Alice recorded hers earlier, so she's off the hook. She was on the table earlier.
Yes. We'll figure
Champion on the other hoof has not appeared.
We'll figure out what to do about that later, but for now...
everyone in the comments just write, Champion, you've let us down. You've let us down, bro. You've let the broccoli down. You've let your broccoli subjects down, Champion.
Yes, and I don't... Going back to the episodes 1 and 2, because I think we just lost track completely, as we're known to do.
It wouldn't be a review or reaction table if we didn't go off on a tangent.
Yep.
Let's be honest here.
Yes. Yes, that's very true. Let's see. Going back to episodes 1 and 2 again, I don't think there's anything particularly negative about the episodes, at least to me. I'm sure that there's some people out there that might have picked up on a few things that they would have they didn't particularly like, but as for me, it's I can't really think of anything that I
like the fact that they read the sorry to interrupt. I like the fact that they noticed the fact that both biceps had 2 jobs.
Oh yeah. That's
that was a nice little hint thing.
Yep.
That made me giggle.
Mm-hmm. And okay, I know there was one extra thing that 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 caught actually because we watched it at the same time together yesterday.
Yes, we did.
I know there's another thing that we caught. You actually caught and pointed it out, and then I looked at it and went, "Oh wow, that is true. Wow, look at that." And Doctor Who's was there with us, and he actually saw it at the same time I did. As soon as you pointed it out to us, that all 3 of us.
I was in character at the time, so when you're in a derpy zone, you pick up where Derpy is straight away, and you pick up where the Doctor is because Derpy and the Doctor, all that fun stuff, shipping.
I was actually talking about something else. The doctor thing, I pointed that out first, and then you missed it. And then as soon as he appeared again, you pointed it out. But the other thing I was mentioning that you actually pointed out first was where there's a bit in... excuse me again, jeez. There's a moment in the episode where Twilight being her her what if episode again, where she starts losing her mind because she starts freaking out of all the other possibilities that could maybe happen as a result of her or somebody else doing something. And when she goes through all these options, you notice, because she brings Spike and Celestia along for the ride, as she's going through all these possibilities and options and whatnot. And as she's going,
like a virtual reality
yeah, exactly.
Tone. Like they're in the castle still, but they're like seeing what Twilight pictures.
Exactly. Like her mind's eye is picturing something, but she
she's
allows
like
them
projecting it
yeah,
to
exactly.
them and, like,
She allows them to see what she's thinking, and throughout that entire time, you noticed right off the right off the bat that Spike and Twilight were still the same colors, maybe a little bit shaded, but still the same primary colors. Celestia, on the other hand, or Hoof, or whatever have you, was completely white.
Celestia's fur color stayed the same, but all the color in her mane, which you'd think would stay because it's like neon and everything. Twilight and Spike, as you said, they remained more or less the same. They had the same fur color. Well, fur color in Twilight's case, scales and spikes. But Celestia's mane turned just 4 shades of gray.
Yep, and her tail too.
It's just gray. You'd think they would have, like, just given it a bit of tone in there.
I don't know if that was a coloration mistake or animation mistake or whatever have you. But if that was if that was actually meant to happen, then what does that even mean? That's the main question. What does that even mean? If she's like that,
it was like her mane went discorded.
Yeah, and I'm like
everyone remembers when the ponies went discorded and everything.
Exactly.
They lost their tone of fur and their mane. And that's what it reminded me with Celestia's sort of thing. Like, her mane just went full-blown discorded.
Mm-hmm. And I started joking about it later because as soon as you brought it up, and Doctor and I noticed it too, I instantly started joking about it, saying, "What, is she a Force ghost now? Is that what this is implying?" That Celestia is going to become a Force ghost.
Star Wars,
yeah, exactly.
Put it in somewhere.
They did it in the first time they defeated Discord, who was a Star Trek, who was voiced by John Delancey, who was in Star Trek as well. They already did a Star Wars reference with that episode when they defeated Discord for the first time, and they referenced the end of A New Hope. For that, so I don't know if that's another joke.
If you want to be even more picky about it, there was episode 1 of season 1 where they all use the element of harmony for the first time, and Twilight's eyes open. There's like the sound like the Energizer.
Mm.
So when her eyes open, she does that sound, and like the Energizer does the same sort of sound, and all that. So I don't know if that's Hasbro being clever and sort of giving a nod to Star Wars, because I know they did a ton of toys for Star Wars.
They do a lot of toys for everything.
I know they're doing a lot of stuff for like Star Wars and Force Awakens and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know whether that was a nod to the whole Jedi ghost sort of thing or what. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
But yeah, that just opens a question, like, what does that even mean, if that was even done purposefully or on purpose? Purposefully or a mistake in the episode that they missed. But whatever the cause, if we get an answer as to why that was, that should be fascinating to hear. But if not, it'll just remain yet another one of those little things that is in the background that some notice, but some may not notice.
It's always something we can ask at BronyCon.
Yeah.
If a writers panel or anything, we should bring it up.
Yeah, maybe somebody somewhere will bring it up that they've noticed it.
If they notice it, of course.
Yes.
If not, we'll have to bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things as well I've noticed. There's continuity errors as well in the show.
Hmm.
Like, find a pet song. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent again, but find a pet song. How the hell does Rainbow Dash know what a bullet is?
You brought this up before, and we pretty much laughed at it.
For as far as we know, equestrians don't have weapons as such. They have spears.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
As far as we know, their weaponry
So
goes to...
how the hell does Rainbow Dash know how fast a bullet is? And to answer again, why does she know what a bullet is?
Mm-hmm.
How does she know what a bullet is, and how does she know how fast they are?
But yeah, did you find anything in episodes 1 and 2 of season 7 that you didn't like?
There was no Derpy!
Sorry, what?
There was no Derpy! Where the heck is Derpy?
Oh. Don't know. Yes, excuse my dog. Anyway.
Ellie wants to put her input in.
Yep, she does. And, I don't think there's any, anything, bad about the first 2 episodes that I can think of. Apart from those, once again, those very little things that... Yeah, those very little things that, excuse me, jeez, I keep losing focus here, that make an appearance in the background, but only, jeez, only those who notice that type of stuff will actually, most likely notice it, and bring it up, but apart from those things, there's really nothing too negative about both of these episodes. I'd say it's a very new way of starting off season 7. Hopefully we will get more along the way as the season progresses. Maybe we'll get more of where Starlight might wind up in the future. Maybe we'll get a glimpse at that at some point. Maybe before the mid-season hiatus or at the finale, we'll probably get an answer to that. Or a hint. But as for everything else, I don't know what else to expect out of this season. Like, anything
Only time will tell,
yep.
I presume.
Pretty much at this point, since they haven't really established I guess they kind of established a main plot. It would be Starlight trying to find a new resident, a new place to live in at some point. But when that will actually happen is uncertain. So I think that could be the main premise of this season. But we will see if anything else does happen that pushes that aside for later and focuses and redirects the focus onto something bigger. But again, like you said, only time will tell for that. Just like the stupid cough that has yet to go away, time will tell. Yes, I think that's about it, really.
Yeah.
Unless you want to add anything else.
No,
No.
no, I'm sure Champion and Alice have picked up on a few things too, so.
Mm-hmm. Guess we'll leave it up to them as well to see what they come
Yeah.
up with. That was my email acting up. Anyway, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we will end this here as a final. I don't really like to do these rating things when it's just like I haven't seen the whole season itself.
Yeah.
So I'd say this starter, as far as the starter goes for the new for season 7, I'd say it's definitely um, it'll be very new because again I think the fans and others that have been keeping up with the show, if you've been watching it, have gotten used to the two-parters being at the
Mm-hmm.
premieres and being the finales as well. So having just episode 1 and episode 2 will be a switch, and I think the feelings about that will vary. But as for me, I didn't mind it that much. Um, so I'd say the starter for season 7 was definitely new, but still watchable.
Yeah.
So yes,
But
if you,
if I had to rate it based on the episodes I've seen so far, uh, for both of them, 7.
oh, okay,
7 out of 10.
all right, and yeah, I'm still sticking with my rating on it because again, I don't like to give specific ratings if the entire season isn't out yet. I just like to judge the whole thing as a whole instead of just episode by episode by episode. Here's rating some dot dot out of 10 or whatever. I don't really like to do that. So for now, I'll just say yes. The starter for season 7 is still very watchable. Give it a shot, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
So yes, we have yet to see what Champion or Alice will be bringing for their reviews, but you,
I'm sure you all listening to this right now are about to hear it momentarily, or if not, you've already heard it, and we are the last ones. You never know.
we possibly are going to be the last ones because ours is at this point 32 minutes and 43 seconds. So yes,
Can you blame us? We like to analyze things
yes,
in detail.
we like to analyze a lot. So yes, it should be very intriguing for all three of us when we can actually get all three of us here to discuss things to see how far we get into the analyzing.
We'll probably still be the ones analyzing most things because we're like, I think there's just a thing writers have.
Yep, it might be. But yes, we will.
They pick up on all the small things.
Yes, I very much like picking up on the small things. It's the little things that matter most sometimes.
Yeah.
Because they can either be very funny or bring up a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, before I friggin' pass out from coughing too much, yes, we are going to end our analyzation of episodes, or at least our part of the analyzation for episodes 1 and 2 of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, Season 7, right here and right now. So we will see you guys at the next Champions review table.
Yeah.
Later.
Goodbye, everyone.